Okay, we're in. All right, Maxter.
Hello.
So we're gonna watch your the TVP best of 5.
Oh, now I
Okay.
only handpicked a little bit.
Okay.
So it's good. There was I at one point in the chat, in your chat, on the Twitch stream, which is also called Vindictus underscore SC. Sorry. We have this replay. I talked about it, and I was wondering how you actually deal with the 3-base Protoss player. Who aimesses, I don't know, whatever his shit is. This is actually a win. No, wait, this is loss. Oh, never mind, loss. Much better. But still, I'm just generally curious how you actually deal with that.
Okay. Ooh, fat game. Okay.
What, sorry?
So there's a fat game.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I did pretty well in the early to mid game, I think. Beside the lack of SCV production, but still, this kind of beside this point. But I'm just generally wondering about dealing 3-base from mid game on, like 3-base turtle, not fast expand, just turtle.
Mejora del centro de mando finalizada.
And this is the second game out of the best of 3 series against this guy.
Okay.
Like at 200 MMR above me, I still won the series, but this map especially is what left me so curious.
Oh, probe, nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Adept actually killed him, so yeah. Oh yeah, I went 3x, your variation in your first video. The Mass Marines.
Taking a scout. So it's 3 gateways and a robo bay. Okay.
I'm not sure what I thought back then. It's been 1 month actually, and I'm not sure if I actually reacted to it or not.
It's pretty good against your opener, unfortunately. It's kind of random. I don't think he did it intentionally, like to counter your 3 racks. I think he was just doing it. But like obviously, if he has a Colossus, it can be hard to break in here, especially if he's gonna turtle on 2 bases like this.
3 base actually, but later. But yeah. He delayed his third Nexus and I was like, there's no way I can break in because of the Colosseus here. 2 points, 2 Colosseus. So I didn't try to bother up. But I'm not sure what I played back then.
Okay, so when people play Robo first, like this guy, usually what they'll do is, so Robo first, Colossus, right? Then they'll go Twilight, obviously. But what they usually do is they get Charge first instead of Blink. So here, when you push in and you scout this fast Colossus right here, he already has 2 Colossus at 5 minutes, right? You could even like check if he has Thermal Lance. In this case, he couldn't afford it, so he doesn't have it. But 2 Colossus like this really fast before 6 minutes. This is a person who went Robo, no Twilight, right? Do they probably have a Twilight now? But what tends to happen is that people who play the style will play Charge first and then Blink. So
yeah,
for the most part, they're gonna have no Blink until like 7:38 minutes. So usually what I do is instead, like here, 3 racks push, you didn't commit, that's good, that's perfect. Then what I do next is I wait for double medevac, and then I'll do a double medevac drop into the main or into the natural, instead of pushing directly into their army, because their army tends to be really strong because of the Colossus, right? So you want to avoid fighting it as much as you can.
okay. Yeah, my medevac is apparently very late, Scorch.
It can be a little bit sooner, yeah, but it's not terrible. +1, more gates.
I built too many bunkers because I thought he's gonna just three base all in me. And then he never did.
Okay, so definitely could have faster medevacs. Alright, if you see here, the blink's not even started yet.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that I usually go into tanks with this against this playstyle, just because obviously he already has like 2 Colossus, and then I don't have any medevacs started, let alone Vikings. So this is actually nice to do with Siege Tank.
Yeah.
So that's what I would. That's probably the only other thing I would add here, besides obviously just faster medevacs. But I feel like you macroed really well. You pulled back, which is good.
Just a wrong placement on the factory. Should have gone for tanks instead of with the mines. Actually, I thought I'm gonna go with the mine because of the charge lots.
No, you don't have that many. So the nice thing is, like with 3 racks, you have a lot of bio, right?
Yeah.
So because you have a lot of bio, you actually can buffer. Like you can kill the zealots really fast with the
Okay.
amount of bio that you have. Yeah. Like you could still go medevac, or you can still go Wood Mines, yes. But the other thing too is I like when I push against this, I want to have like 2 tanks. I like having 2 tanks just so that I can be annoying and keep hitting his buildings, right? Like I feel like if I have Vikings and I sit in a spot, sometimes it can be kind of hard to still be aggressive. But with tanks, I feel like you can put them just far away enough to where they can't hit it without committing, and then you can also keep like pressuring them.
Mm-hmm.
No blink, so drops nasty. He sends 3 Colossus to kill. I'm fucking dead. Okay, he's got 56 probes. Okay. Good job pulling back here. 3 more racks. Okay, a little bit of supply block. That's fine though. Okay, so here, I'd probably stop building bio to get more Vikings out, so I don't end up with too much bio and no Vikings, because he has 5 Colossus. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, and the other thing you want to be, this is kind of a lot, but to be honest, playing against people who play like this is really hard, because the armies get really, really big, and they don't have any workers, and the army is like absolutely huge. So sometimes what happens is you keep macroing like normal, and then you have like 70, 75 SCVs, and this guy has like 60 probes, and his army's like 18 more supply or 20 supply larger than yours. So you want to be really careful about like what you're building exactly. So in this case, like you have 68 workers. Honestly, I would stop there. I wouldn't build anymore, and then I would just build Vikings. Yeah, like the rest of my supply right now, I would just build Vikings, and then like if I felt like I didn't have enough Vikings, then I could just do a drop like the one you have over here, in the corner of his main. You could just like lose that one, just like kill as many probes as you can, but let it die, and then replace that with Vikings, just to make sure. Because what'll happen is like, and it's really annoying, but basically, if you take a bad enough fight, he can just go across the map and kill you, even though he's behind, right? Like no 4th base, down 10 probes. Like he doesn't really have much of a like transition from here. Some more probes. Ownage. Save me some more Marines. Okay, so like here you already have a lot of ghosts. You have almost 16 ghosts. Like this is where I would just add Vikings instead of the ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah. 17.
Okay, you lost some Marines. You built some more Vikings. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, it looks like he does not want to attack into you. Interesting. Could get lib range. Ghosts come in. Okay, so here. What's the fight? Yeah, here I feel like we don't have enough fight. Oh, what am I? Friendly fire. Jesus Christ. Yeah, here you can see how the army difference. And here you start 6 more ghosts. So this is where you want to add more liberators. So that would have been fine. That trade actually would have been fine, even though obviously it wasn't very efficient for you, right? You freed up some supply that you could have changed it to liberators now. And then once you have a liberator plus Vikings, then you can like siege into him, kind of like siege tanks, and just keep pushing into him. So I think at some point you probably do it, but it's just a matter of like, yeah, doing a little bit earlier. Yeah, like recognizing a little bit earlier. So fine. Yeah, his army is fucking massive. Jesus Christ. 40 probes. Oh shit. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then what are you building here? Okay, liberators. Start building liberators. That's good. Good micro with the Vikings at least. And then yeah, and this is exactly what I mean, right?
It's weird actually here at this point because the supply were pretty much equal, and then we have so many Vikings that deal with the 5 Colosseums. And okay, the Liberator should have done much better. I mean, should be more Liberators at this point.
Yeah. Sure. And a few less goes. I mean, in the end, his army will still be bigger than yours. Like, you had 68 workers, he had 50 probes. So in the end, his army will still be a little bit larger than yours. So there's still a little bit of like an annoying pressure of having to make sure that you take a good fight. But at least then you would have traded a lot better, so it would have been a lot closer, right? In this case, he's able to attack into our base, and here we have liberators, which even just 2 liberators made a big difference. And yeah, and then obviously he's all in here, so he's gonna keep attacking into you. But he has just enough to keep attacking you. Then here you're still mining it decently, so you have a lot of money, or you have money coming in still, but yeah, it's not enough. So my advice in this scenario basically is like, if you, like you're good enough to tell, like if you scanned and you looked at his army, if you looked at it and saw that it was massive, I'm sure you would be like, wow, that shit's fucking massive. Like you would have recognized it, you know? So all you want to do is for the next time, all you have to do is do what you did, which is like bleed out Marines with drops and stuff on purpose, and then adjust your army. So once you bleed out the Marines like that you did, so when you dropped in the natural, you did like a Renbai, I think at his 3rd base or something like that. So when you lose those Marines, then you can change them for Liberators, yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's actually what I tried to, but then instead I was making a lot too many ghosts.
It's okay. Like the ghost count was, yeah, the ghost count you could probably have half, but the thing is,
but
like,
especially we have 14 ghosts right now, and then we have only 9 marauders, which is not really enough.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Not enough for this particular army. Like, there's gonna be a game where this army that you have is perfect, but in this particular game, it's not. So that's it. So it's not that your army is just like straight up bad. Like, there's gonna be games where this army is perfect, but in this current game, that wasn't the case. So yeah, so just try to get to the Liberator sooner, and then, you know, just be careful. Like, if you do kill a lot of workers and you see they're not building a lot of workers, just keep in mind that he might get a pretty big army, and you have to adjust for that. Okay. Otherwise, you had a really good early game and a really good mid game. I think you macroed really well, and you pretty much did all the right things. It's just at the end.
It's just that the army composition is not correct.
Yeah. This scenario is tricky. I've lost this scenario too before, where like I took a bad fight and then he just had so much more stuff than me because of the the worker difference that I lost. So it happens. It happens. Okay. Any questions?
How to smudge harder? No, just kidding.
How to smudge harder? No, we can't. You're addicted. I'm also addicted to this smudge. We have to stop.
Okay, there are 2 replays I picked from this today. Actually today. This one game is, I think, 3 Rex. Yeah, I went with different variation of 3 Rex that isn't in your video.
Okay.
It's more like specifically tuned against this player Zombie.
Okay.
Because I have a 9K as a let's say coach. Let's say that because he's also teaching me, and he said to me that Zombie is a greedy Protoss player with opening with 2 gates or 2 gate opening, and he wants me to go Marine Reactor, so I can strengthen the army and push in the main game or something like that.
Okay.
So in this game here, I went Marine Reactor into 3 Rex, but I am not pretty sure. Probably it's because of the cellar job that Zombie did to me that I couldn't handle. Like macro-wise and micro-wise, it went just. I got wiped off the floor. Let's say that.
Smooch.
Because I actually forgot that 9K. I don't know if a 9K taught me already or not that Zombie loves using cellar job.
Okay.
Or somebody else. I'm not sure. I forgot.
Marine stem. Okay. He kills the rocks. He goes blink first.
Oh, it's actually not 2 gate. What the fuck? Okay.
You're playing standard, it looks like.
Yeah, it's very standard, but.
Wait, what the fuck? Why is he floating so much money?
What did you?
He's floating so much money. What the hell? Like he's building nothing. Okay, there you go.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Oh, I'm floating as well. Fuck.
He was floating like 1,300 minerals. God damn. Okay, your start point's at a good time this game. Very good. Okay, so far here, the only mistake you've made is the supply block and the workers. That's it. Okay. You can actually keep pushing this.
I think this team were a bit too early, isn't it?
Yeah, like what I would have waited, but it's not terrible.
I
think it's okay.
think I should have just boxed half of my army and steam away. And then from this point on, I thought I was leading, so I was trying to go back to home and mark up from there on.
You mean here?
After I took down the next Nexus. But I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here because I knew that there is a shield battery in the natural, and I didn't want to risk pushing deeper into natural base.
I think what you did here is fine. I think what you did here is fine. Like, I don't think it's great, but I think it was fine. Like you killed a couple of stalkers, you killed the robo, and you killed a third, I think, or he canceled it, whichever one it was. I think it's fine. Like it's not ideal, but I think it's fine.
What could have been done better at this point? Like, and not at this point, more like when I pushed into the natural to take down the robo factory.
Okay.
Should I have? Like I suggested that I steam only half of my army.
So here, I think what I would have done is I would have probably have targeted the pylon.
Oh yeah, that's
and then
true.
I would have gone for the stalkers, and I think you had just enough here to kill the stalkers and the probes.
Ah, that's true.
Especially because the ones in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I specifically told my 9K to aim for the pylon instead of like robo factory here.
Like
I mean, he didn't look at this replay actually. Just before the game, so he told me to go for pylons.
Yeah, the robo is a safe snipe. Like you won't win the game sniping it, but it's like guaranteed. Like, oh, I killed a robo. You know, I got some value. If you kill the pylon and you depower the gateway and the robo and the battery, it's still kind of dependent on like how many stalkers can you kill and how many probes do you kill. You know what I mean? So like the damage is different, but I will say that it's like high risk, high reward. Or not as high risk, but there's more higher reward. Like if you end up catching a lot of the probes or you kill all the stalkers, then even if you don't cancel the third, it's still pretty good for you. So personally, I probably would have done that, but that's not to say that this wasn't fine either. I think this was fine too.
Do you think I should have scanned at the natural base when I pushed into natural base?
I don't think so.
Because I have 2 energy left to scan.
I don't think so because you didn't like all the stalkers that he had, all the army that he had. You already saw like the stalkers in front of your face. So I think it's fine.
I mean, if I scan them, maybe there's encourage enough to actually try to push deeper.
Oh, that's also true. I suppose, yeah. Okay, here. Stalkers down. Okay, he goes. Okay, so we're prison. Okay.
I was actually actively searching for the stalkers, and then he went around. Fucking hell! Stop being annoying.
Okay, so now the stalkers are getting a lot of damage then.
Yeah. And I tried to snipe to catch him, but fucking this map.
And you get him. So here, this is still not bad. Like, did you lose workers? Yes, but I actually think that if you were building workers this whole time while he was attacking you,
yeah,
you would have been still fine. Yeah. So the big thing here is basically the timing of your 4th and 5th barracks. So ideally here, you have 47 workers, but where the okay, you transferred some, right? Okay, where did you transfer them from?
I didn't make SCVs at all.
Okay. So here you had a lot of workers in your main, and if you notice, in your natural, and if you notice, your main is undersaturated. So that's why it feels like you have less money, because you should actually have enough money now to build your 4th and 5th barracks, but because of the saturation levels here, it's cucking your mining, how many minerals you have. So
yeah, I should have transferred the workers back to the main base and then fill the gas before I move out, I guess.
Yeah, so like that may not have been bad necessarily if your opponent was playing more, like macro based, I guess you could say, because in this case he has not been building workers and he added a lot of gateways. So against these players who have low probe count, a lot of gates, you want to have the 4th and 5th barracks as fast as you can. So that's why here it's getting a little dicey. Okay, so he kills the stalkers, most of them. He recalls like 1 stalker or something. Okay, he sends the prism. Here, drop your mules. That's good. Okay, now we get our 4th and 5th. And nice probing up. Probe. Okay, I like this push. Oh, kill a marine. Smooch. Okay, nice micro. Wow, very sick micro. Okay, here it is where we gotta pull back. Fat zealot warfare.
Yeah, the problem here at this point, he chopped the zealot into my natural base, which since that went downhill, sadly.
Okay, let me see what you're looking at. So you see, okay, right, you pull back. Okay, here. Let's see what you do. Still building some workers. Okay, you send your army home? Good. Or am I wrong? Okay, I'm wrong.
Holy shit, he dodged the Vader mine shots, what the fuck?
Okay.
I think I was a little bit too aggressive with my army push.
Yeah, I think you should have tried to kill the zealots in your base first.
Yeah.
I think that's what you should have done. And he didn't even have a 4th yet, actually. I think if you would have gone for this move to like kill a 4th base, then I think it would have been okay. But he didn't even have a 4th base, so then it turned out to be like not useful at all. So yeah, whenever this happens, what I tell people to do is to just like, if your army's across the map and you have a prism in your main or a zealot run by, just pull back and deal with the zealot run by first, and then do your push. Like, because if you try to do both, you take so much damage. But again, here it's the same. Like if you just keep building workers while this is happening, he only has 58 probes. If you're building workers consistent enough, you could catch up really, really fast. Plus with mules, your income would even out, or you'd have more income actually. So, funny enough, despite all this, your opponent's not really doing a good job of macroing, so he doesn't have as much as he should have because of that. So it makes it like more possible to come back into the game. Does that make sense? Ow.
I'm not sure how the fuck zombie caught my radar flag without any scouting.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It was pure luck. What the hell?
I don't know. Okay, let's see.
I'm not saying he's cheating, but so lucky as fuck. It's so insane, man. It's like he was feeling that
Yeah,
I'm about to drop into main base and then swoop. I'm gonna put the fucking stalkers in the right side. Let's go.
Okay, here we have Ghost. Okay, you could actually. Oh, I can't believe he got through that turret. Oh, it's the two of them were done.
I actually missed my here with the ghost. I tried to EMP, and then somehow my ghost attacked my CC to help the portals.
If you landed the EMP, you would have destroyed that army. Well, actually, you still kind of are. This guy's not doing a good job of macroing. He ended up probing up, but he's not really doing. Okay, actually, good drop in the main. Wow. Okay. Oh, I wouldn't have stimmed again. But... Okay. Okay, so I feel like the theme of this one has mostly been dealing with the prism. Apart from, like, obviously, you could have built maybe more workers or whatever. So I think what we probably are going to try to do is maybe at least when you take your third like this and you plan on doing an attack around this time, maybe we should have like 2 turrets on the natural and 2 turrets in the main. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I think that would be good. Sometimes you won't even kill it, but at least you'll get the alert that it's happening, and you get it low enough in HP that you might be able to finish it off with some of your Marines.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably do that. And if you want to be like extra try hard about it, you could go 2 turret, 1 widow mine, and then 2 turret, 1 widow mine, and then you would guarantee to kill it if it flies over the mine.
So just in general, before I move out, I just place down the turrets at the main and the natural base after the third.
Yeah.
After the third is placed down.
Especially if you know what time you're gonna move out or that you're about to move out, then you can start doing it then. So it lines up better. Yeah. If this warp prism...
mainly just after landing, place down the turrets. After landing the third CC. Sorry, I have to repeat my question.
Wait, after landing the third CC, add the turrets?
Yeah, like right now here. Oh, I cannot ping. Right here, when I already have landed this third CC, just start building turrets.
Yes.
At the natural.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah, land the third CC and then just do that. Yeah. I think that's fine.
Okay. Like at this time here, 8 minutes.
Okay. But you are dead as dead can be now, though, Smooge. Okay. Any questions for this game?
Smooge.
Okay. That wasn't really a question, but all right.
Yeah, it's not.
Boop, boop, boop.
The fuck? Half an hour is already over. Wow.
I know, it's kind of going fast, huh?
Anything what is fun to you, time flies fast. Anything what is boring to you, time slows down.
So this is fun for me, PogChamp.
Is it for you?
Is it fun for me? Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you having fun watching how your students of a Terran player falls like a chair against some players?
What? Falls off like a chair?
Yeah, falling, you know, like breaking down, going bad against the opponent. Rotten.
Poetic.
Rotten, like going bad.
Rotten? Yeah. Expired.
Rotten then. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is nice. Okay, never mind. Okay, kind of... that's fine. You had 2 options there. You either were going to scout or you were just going to kill the probes. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do both. And you live with 1 Reaper. I'll take that.
Yeah, the thing is, this happened after I did the 4GT build, which is also a double gas opening, and I did so much damage with the 3 Reaper to Helion, and that's why he ward this off in
Yeah,
this
that's kind
way.
of random. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. No, you dead.
What? What happened?
Adapted, you mean? Oh, nice
Oh,
one.
oh yeah. I was busy controlling my video mine.
Oh wow.
And I killed so many probes.
Yeah, that's really good for you. Holy shit. 9 probes and you save the mines? Oh my god. Okay. Some harassment going on here. Okay. A little bit annoying. Okay, that's not good for us. Kill some more probes.
There's way too many marines here.
Ah, we're supply blocked. Call down, call down, call down.
I'm mute instead.
Alright, this is one of those things. Like this will literally be like easily 500 MMR difference. Is like early or navigating or managing like early game aggression. One of the best things you could do is that no matter what's happening to you, just try to keep like build a depot and spend your money. Build a depot and spend your money. Like you probably heard me say this a lot, but like basically no matter what, if you're losing SCVs, you're getting pushed. Just keep building SCVs. Keep macroing. Because same thing here. I think if you didn't get supply blocks, you already ahead on workers, dude. You'd have been like way farther ahead on workers. You probably had like 4 SCVs plus, so you'd be like 38 SCVs right now with mules. So you'd be in a really good spot, I think. The other thing I will say too, and I know it's kind of hard probably to know for sure because you were multitasking a lot, but I feel like killing that many probes with my Widow Mines, I would have gone for a 5 racks. 5 racks and then third CC.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't see. I didn't like in my thought. I didn't see the third and fourth gas missing. I should have gone 5 rexes. Fuck.
Yeah.
If only I noticed the lack of the gas in the natural base, I would have gone 5 rexes already. And instead I have found fucking 3 CC. No.
Cope. Yeah, he doesn't have a third yet. Yeah. Okay, that actually, you know what? I thought that was gonna go way worse. Like, obviously losing 2 tanks is not great, but it actually wasn't terrible. Okay, so now he's catching up on probes, unfortunately. But that happens. That's normal. At some point, they will catch up if they're double chrono boosting. But it's hard. It takes longer for them to come back if we keep building workers. So here, I think the big thing to also probably try to figure out. Okay, well, actually, hold on. Okay, stim and combat. Oh, you don't have gas. Stim. Okay, supply lock. Right. Okay. Losing 2 tanks.
The tank placement was smooth. Actually, I should have put the tank behind the Rexes instead of front.
Nice, Stalker's doing a lot of damage. Yeah, and he stopped building probes actually. So this is kind of random what he's doing, to be honest with you. But I think what happened is that he realized he killed 2 tanks and then realized that he might be able to kill you with the Stalkers, so he kept building the Stalkers, which actually I think is rather unfortunate, but it happens. So I think if you would have gone 5 rocks, you would have held this. Just because you had way more units. And then I think here we want to try to go. We want to try to keep these Marines here in front of the tank next time. Yeah, try to keep those in front of the tank, and I think you would have been okay. But yeah, this is hard though. Like, Blink Stalker pressure is super hard to navigate because they can get a lot of damage. Like, they can kill random SCVs, random Marines, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice the 4 gate on 2 base. Oh my god, I'm so blind.
I mean, you didn't scout. Like, if you look at your vision, you only saw the 2 gates. Like, your mind drop didn't see a lot. I mean, maybe 3 gates, I guess, because you saw one was building.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of hard to read on. So, in the end, though, the best thing that would have helped you here was just trying to keep building depots and macroing while you were being attacked. And I think if those 2-3 supply blocks don't happen, I think you have a lot more stuff. And then even though he's pushing you with Stalkers, I think you're still fine. Yeah. But now we are dead. Switch. Okay. All right, with the Stalkers, he kills you, right? Yeah. All right. Any questions?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I have very random replays. Let's see. Oh, I'm more confused about this carrier opening. I thought I had the game until I didn't. Such is a Starcraft life.
Smoj.
I just told someone I'm being coached by Mix, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, good luck." What
Good
does he
luck?
mean?
What am I fucking doing? I'm not even yelling or nothing. Yo. What the fuck?
What does it mean? I would understand if it's have fun, but not good luck. What the fuck?
Smoj. In the rain.
Oh,
Like my singing is pretty good, huh?
oh, sorry.
You like my singing? It's pretty good, huh?
No, it's the smart content to
Okay,
replace
whatever.
everything about.
Double gas right here. High pipe.
What, sorry?
Double gas right here. High pipe.
High pipe. I like double gas opening. Because most of the time, Potter doesn't really know what to do with the double X opening. Double gas opening.
Super Hallian, of course, of course, of course. Yep, yep.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Okay, going Stargate.
Nexo finalizado.
Six.
Sadly, I didn't scout the Stargate, so.
Yeah, that's bad. So yeah, so you see what I mean? How like it's hit or miss. Like if you kill probes, you might not scout. That's the only thing. Now it is one Oracle that is not super fast. Okay, two Oracles. This is a little problematic. Okay. Go for a tank, Raven, and the Oracle flies in here. Okay. Kill a fuck ton of probes, dude. Jesus Christ. And you killed. Okay, you're in a good spot again. And this time we're building SCV still. Very nice. Second Oracle comes in. Okay, that one's doing a bit more damage. More SCV. Okay, okay, okay. Goes Fleet Beak. What the fuck is happening? Okay. You know, double
Carry
Oracle. Combat shield, some more Marines. We keep building a lot of Marines here. 35 SCVs. Okay. Supply blocks. Okay. It feels like the last 2 or 3 games you showed me, a big thing has been the macro a bit. But like I said,
sorry?
a big thing has been the macro a bit here. At these last like 2 or 3 games that you've shown me. And it's always just when you get pressured. So it might be worth trying to custom that, like trying to practice macroing behind aggressive openers. And then just, yeah, just solidify that. I think would be good. Because I think if they don't do anything, your macro looks really good. But and it's normal if your macro slips when you get pressured. So you want to try to avoid that. There, I feel like the Wood of Mine smoges us the most. Or sorry, not Wood of Mine. Oh yeah, there is Wood of Mine actually. Yeah. Okay. Because here you also could have had more Marines, I think.
More Marines?
I think here if you didn't get so many of the supply blocks, I think you would have had a few more Marines. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Drop some turrets. Unable to kill that. Okay, now this is good for him, yeah. But yeah, 4 cures with +1. Oh, there's a medevac. Kill 4 more probes. Okay. And now we want 4 racks. So here, instead of building Marauders, I would just mass Marines.
Okay.
I would just mass Marines and build Vikings. Yeah. Mass Marine Vikings. Mass Marine Vikings. And yeah, get your armor upgrade. Ghost Academy's fine. Decent mine drop, and you save the mines. A lot of probes here. Double Vikings, double Starport. And you're building Vikings, good. Alright, keep building some Vikings. Can we get some more Vikings? Thank you. Okay, we start killing some stuff. Nice. Okay, that was good. That's a good trade. You're getting 2/2, they're getting +2. Okay. You're still behind a bit though. Mostly just because the first fight that you took across the map, obviously like you lost a lot of stuff and all the carriers stayed alive. So naturally he's gonna be ahead from there. The fight that you just took brings you back into the game. But now we have to take a 4th still. I think anyway, yeah. And then I think here, okay, yeah, EMP there. Okay, nice. Pull back. Man, I really wish you didn't build any Marauders. I feel like if these were all Marines, I feel like you could actually push. Yeah.
Okay.
Just Marines and Ghosts, Marines and Ghosts.
I thought that you also need some ground units to focus on, like,
You can have like
Stalkers
2 or 3 tanks, and I usually do that for the cannons or the batteries. But this guy only has carriers and some stalkers, and Marines are fine against that. Like the stalkers don't even have upgrades, so don't even worry about it. Really, only feel like you need to add Marauders if they have like Disruptor maybe, or like a Colossus even. But otherwise, like Marine, Tank, Viking with maybe some Ghosts is perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now here, I feel like you should wait for max out and 2/2. Where's your 4th command center? Oh, there it is. Okay. And you have, how many Marines do you have? You have 31, 10 Marauders though, smooch. Okay. Okay, there's an observer there. Okay, oh, these Widow Mines are gonna smooch, aren't they? Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, so what you want to do here, here's the micro, check it out. So what you want to try to do here with the Vikings is you want to kind of send the Vikings, whenever the interceptors are not out, you have like a little bit of time where you can basically send the Vikings in and target fire your carrier, the carrier that is closest to you. So this one in the back here, near your Vikings. If you go in while the interceptors are not out, you can target fire it and then run away before all the interceptors start shooting you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you want to try to do that kind of micro here. Like with the Vikings, just grab them all, move in, maybe snipe a carrier and then fly away. And then kind of just keep doing that. Like every time the interceptors go back inside the carriers, try to snipe one more carrier and then pull back. And if you kind of keep doing that, you could probably get about 2 or 3 before they commit, or maybe they'll just go for it. But that's how you can shrink the carrier count before you take the fight.
So before I let my ground army engage, I just pull the Vikings, try to snipe a couple of carriers before fully engage.
Right. Exactly. Now here, unfortunately, your Vikings are targeting the interceptors, which is not what we want. Okay, good EMPs on the actual carriers, but now he's going to push you back. And unfortunately, like +2 carriers are really good. Yeah, it's +2 now. Yeah, so having all those Marauders as Marines would have been nice for that reason. Right, like instead of 10, you have maybe 10 more Marines. So what, 40, 50 Marines maybe. And you're maxed out here, and you have 2/2, right? The +1. Yeah, so here you want to try to basically have the Marines and the Ghosts, like we always talk about, hit the interceptors, and then try to have your Vikings hit the carriers. So here, pulling back is perfect. The Widow Mines don't hit any of your army, thank God. Okay, here you lost some supply, you rebuild. Okay, right here, EMP. If you EMP'd the carriers and then target fired one carrier, I think you would have killed it. And then you would he would be one carrier down before the interceptors come out.
Actually, I can target fire the whole carriers at this point when I'm in this position. But it was too late. I don't know. Oh well.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Wait, are you in this game with me? Oh, maybe we can do it though. We'll see. Okay. Okay, never mind. Okay, now he starts pushing across. Nice Widow Mine. You got a lot of Viking Liberators now. Okay, now you're building just Marines. Okay, here, I would avoid fighting this until you max out.
Okay.
So, like, if you have to lift your third and fly away, that's fine. Obviously, you're, like, still in a really bad spot this game. Like, he has a 5th base, and that's never good. But if you want to stay in the game and win this fight, you got to wait till you max out again to take this fight. So you have as much supply as possible. And here, you did a better job of microing. And you can actually see how many, like, you killed them really fast. You see that? Like, you killed, like, 4 carriers already, right? And you weren't even maxed out. You had, I think you had, like, 30 less supply than you did earlier. So it makes a big difference. And you just want to try to do that earlier. The big thing, though, I think, is this first push. So, obviously, like we talked about, macroing a little bit better while you're being attacked. Trying to navigate that pressure. And then here, when you see the carriers, personally, I would have just left. And then I would just try to keep as much of my army alive as possible. And just do a big old like attack like you did.
Okay, so once I see the carriers, just pull back.
Yeah, just pull back. Okay. And then you see how you did this big push right here? You want to try to do this. But if you save the army from the beginning of the game, that obviously means that you can attack sooner, right? Yeah. If you macro well. So all you want to do is then just build Marines, Vikings, Ghosts, some tank, and then there you go. And the sooner you do the push, the better it is for you, because that means he'll have less carriers. And that's what we want. Less carriers. All right. Does that all make sense, Pops?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Any questions? No?
I don't know. No.
Okay, Smudge.
I don't know what to pick next, actually. Zombie. Bank clock. I don't really remember any of these replays, so I'm gonna just pick one randomly. I have 3 replays left, but I knew that we are not gonna cover all of them.
Okay. Ben Clock. What a name.
I don't know. He killed unranked actually. So I don't know. I don't remember what happened here.
Da-da-dum, da-dum. Da-da-dum, dun-dun. Oh, I spelled it wrong. It's like this?
Yeah.
I'm German.
Nice. In Spanish, this is the same as English. General.
General.
General. Just like in Spanish.
Yep.
Okay.
Double gas. High pipe.
High pipe.
I gotta stop, dude. I'm fucking addicted. I need help.
What, sorry?
Now I'm saying 4GG streamlines. I need help, dude.
Oi.
Oh, yeah, this 3 Reaper 2 Hellion. Okay. This guy's a random ass probe patrolling. Okay. I guess he's gonna build a pylon probably, but seems funny. Stalker Sentry. Oh no! If you had noticed that it was if like the sentry was there, right here.
Yeah.
If you would have started targeting it right away, you would have killed it, I think.
What, sorry?
If you would have noticed right here that the sentry was there and you targeted
Yeah.
it, you would have killed it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but it's fine though. It's just a little bit unlucky, that's all. It was also kind of random that his units were there. Not that it doesn't make sense, because it does, but it was definitely random. Okay, so what am I drop? 2 Marines. Okay, medevac drop flies around. Okay, and early game here. Kill a stalker. Lose the medevac though. Okay, so tough, a little bit of a tough early game. We see he didn't have any gases though. No gases. Now he adds them. So I should have pretty late, I think.
I'm not sure if I recall seeing the gases. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh well.
Yeah, so here his army's kind of weak. So he's got 1 Colossus, and he actually doesn't have that much ground. So in fact, your push is pretty good here. And I think you could have been more aggressive, actually. Like, I think...
Yeah, but there were so many zealots, so I was actually afraid of the zealots doing so much damage.
Yeah, he didn't have charge, though. Well, now he does. And he's about to have charge. Okay, he starts kiting away. Okay, Macron, Ghost Academy. Nice micro, holy shit. Okay. So a little bit, evening up the supply loss there a little bit. I think that push could have gone a little bit better, but not bad. Okay. Good Viking production. So good Starboard production. This is good. You already have 4 Vikings. That's sick. Very sick. Hype, hype.
Okay.
Okay, so here, SV production. SCV production. Mac, we're down so many workers. Orbital the 3rd. Okay. Okay, what am I drop? 1 random what am I going across the map? Okay. So let's go for the drop. He sees you pushing. Okay, you come in this way. Matrix! Ah! Ah! Alright.
Yeah, unlucky.
Okay, Vikings. Ah! Okay, wow, holy shit. Oh, that's a little bit smooth. Okay. So, not actually trading bad. It's just the SV production, Papa. This game is just SV production. I do think also, too, that maybe you want to try to find out where the 4th is first before you do the push.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think the fight would have been better here. Especially because you don't have to go up a ramp. Like, this is like the only part of the map where you don't have to go up a ramp, right? Besides, like, maybe over here, too.
Yeah.
So I feel like the other 2 locations of the 3rd are kind of hard to attack. But if you would have gone for the 4th, it might have been a better fight for you. Yeah, because you have a good army supply here. Like, you're up army supply. He only has +1. Armor's about to finish. You have ghosts as well. So I feel like your army here is really good. But obviously the Disruptor was a little smudge in the rain. Kill so many pros. You killed 12 pros with mine drops as well. Yeah. Okay, now you start up some SCVs. You take a 4th. Okay. You rotate over here. Okay. Okay, and this is where the, yeah, okay. I feel like we're just a bit too far behind from earlier. Just like, you have so much stuff. The run by is a little bit annoying as well. I still think you should try building a bunker here. I think it would have saved you a lot of headaches.
Yeah.
And then, so funny enough, at this point in the game, in the first game that you showed me, where your macro was really good, you already had two starports and a fusion core at this point in the game. So here, I think that it'd actually be a lot more holdable if you already had that production ready. And I think that even though you didn't have as many workers, it probably would have been possible. It still would have been possible to at least have that infrastructure coming up. Man, this observer is so annoying. Okay, Liberator. Alright, come to DTs. You actually saw one there. Okay. Good lift. Okay. He doesn't have that much money yet. Okay, now the fusion core's coming. Okay, here, when he backs off like this, you want to send him out a backdrop across the map. Unfortunately, there's an observer on top of you. And generally, like, when they're kind of sitting right here and then sending counterattacks on the other side, especially on this map in particular, it's pretty hard. But always bet that there's an observer on you or around you. So you can just scan yourself. Like, you don't have to try to look for it to see exactly where it is, but just kind of scan yourself and see where it's at or see if you can find it. But when they back off like that, you want to take that chance to send out a drop. I know it's still risky because there's still DTs out on the map and stuff like that, but you don't want him to keep you in your base forever. That's the idea. You want to try to do some damage yourself. So.
What about the Liberator? Should I send off Medevac instead of Liberator here?
Yeah, here I would have sent out Medevac. You want something that's big enough for them to have to recall home. So the idea is that when people play heavy disruptor like this, it's really hard to split the army properly. So if he decides to send, I don't know, half the stalkers back home to recall to defend this drop, and then you see that he leaves the disruptors kind of just sitting there, and then you see it, you can have the chance to actually kill off all the disruptors. Or sometimes if they don't recall enough, to this base to defend it, then you can actually kill what's there. The other thing, and this isn't actually supposed to happen, but this is a mistake on your opponent's part, he's actually maxed out, and that's not good because he can't warp in. So if you drop him, he has to recall. He can't warp in.
Okay.
So
take only one Medevac, right? Or
no, take like 2 or 3, at least. Oh. I would say 3 probably. It sounds scary in the moment, and to be honest, it kind of is. But that's why you want to wait to do it until they back off, and you have Liberators coming out. So here you had Liberators coming out, so it would have been more possible. And then I'd build a sensor tower, by the way, for this base. I build a sensor tower, and in TVP, I would take this one instead.
That's fourth base?
Yeah, it's 4th base. That one's easier to defend.
Okay. But for the TVC, it's
the forward one. Yes, sir. Exactly. So in TVZ, you would take the one that you took in this game. Makes sense?
Just like I did with the 4th base.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So big thing for this session has just been early game stuff. Still try to work on being a little bit more consistent, especially with the macro. When you're getting harassed, that's a big thing. Okay. So when you're getting harassed, try to build stuff and build depots. Okay, as much as you can. I know it's not easy, but that's probably the one thing that you have to practice. In the games that you had really good early game, it felt like you played really well, but it was a games where you kind of like some supply blocks and then 50 workers still. It was kind of rough to transition from the mid game to the late game. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You got any questions for me, Papa?
Do I suck?
No, you're great, baby. You are great, Papa. You have to believe, okay?
Yeah, I try.
All right. YouTube, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Adios.
Have fun in the next session.